inviting me as your commencement speaker today. When Sir Rennie messaged me, I immediately accepted the invitation, but I was contemplating if I could really give justice to the invitation since I am going to talk in front of the elementary pupils, which I am not used to because I am a senior high school teacher. However, I had to think of ways where I could adjust my style of language so I could really talk about our theme today, graduate ng K-12 masigasig sa mga pangarap at matatag sa mga pagsubok. Or in English, K-12 graduates pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. And so, to our very motherly and full of vigor district supervisor, Dr. Mona Lisa Zambale. She was actually my school principal when I was in grade 5. I remember her face so well, right in front of that flagpole. Just right after our flag raising ceremony while she was making announcements. There and then I looked up to her with so much admiration. And seems like her beauty never deteriorated up to this time. She still looks the same, still wearing that short hair. Still beautiful, still vibrant. Palakpakan po natin si Mama. And of course, to our active and dynamic Punong Barangay of Badarayan South, Honorable Maribig Sinampan and her council, and Punong Barangay of Badarayan North, Honorable Adriano Baldiray and his council, to the young-looking and very smart school head of Badarayan Elementary School, Dr. Guadalupe Cabulangan. We also have with us the school heads in the different elementary schools in the district. Andyan po sila, yung mga magaganda po dyan. PTA, SGC, SK, and barangay officials. To our equally brilliant and beautiful teachers and staff of Badarayan Elementary School, my heroes when I was in elementary. I say they are my heroes because of all the different teachers and professors I have undergone in my studies. None can be compared to how they have taught me in my primary years. You know what? I owe them my love of reading and my love of writing. Dahil sa kanila ako how could I ever forget those days when Ma'am Nancy Binayug, already retired last year, asked us to memorize the preamble. Imagine a grade 1 pupil memorizing the preamble of the Constitution, but I did it. How could I forget my Ma'am Rina Tabu, who taught us about the parts of the flower, making use of a freshly picked gumamela flower to demonstrate us its parts. And you know what children do? Magkasityo nga rubayang na mag-offer sa lapor gumamela. Napakakalilis ang legal science. How could I forget Ma'am Elena Soriano, Ma'am Yolanda Ligigan, Ma'am Cristina Opinia, Ma'am Dominga Soriano, Ma'am Marilyn Caronan, Ma'am Angelita Moborang, my teachers in Filipino, English, and Makabayan subjects who patiently taught us how to read syllables by syllables while holding a very long stick. We were very disciplined back then. And of course, I saw here my Ma'am Rosalina Tumaliwan, my grade 4 advisor. Napo, pore yung estraya. Pero, kanigina rin natuto ma-floor wax at mapalayan ng kandenta. I cannot forget Ma'am Faye Lumabaw, one of the kindest teachers I have ever met. You don't know, Ma'am, but your kindness has been an inspiration to me. How could I forget the beautiful and most fashionable Ma'am Mia? A very good teacher in math, although I was only pretending, listening to her, but the truth is, I was just mesmerized by her beauty. Pero ito ang pinakamalupit. How would I ever forget Ma'am Josephine Tabu, who would call me every after lunch to pick out her white hair. Doon ako, unang natuto, mag-sort. Grade 5 pa lang ako, nag-sort na ako ng white and black. But kidding aside, they are my heroes. And I am very proud to have been taught by them. Palakpakan pa natin sila. And of course, nandito rin ang pinakamagaling inspiration why I majored in English, Dr. Evangeline Lines. You know, the teachers here, I don't have any idea where they have found the fountain of youth. Seems like they are not aging. Probably they have swum in the ocean of youthfulness. Ang babata po nila. Mas mukha pa akong stress na pag-abot. And of course, to my family and friends, especially my parents, Papa Marit and Papa Ivan, and my siblings, they are the wind beneath my wings. To the very able ladies of ceremonies, to the proud, hardworking parents of the graduates, who would do everything for their children. Sabi nga nila, dapat daw ang magulang ang kumuha ng diploma talaga kasi sila daw ang kumuha ng modules. Kaya graduate na rin sila. And of course, to the champions today, you dear graduates, this is one of the few moments, victorious moments in life where we can greet one another a really, really good afternoon. I'd like to begin by showing you this pencil. Okay? And what is the purpose of a pencil? Of course, definitely for writing. Right? If there is one thing I have used in most of my studies, if there is one thing all students have probably held in their hands, it would be this object. You may have not noticed it, but this object has played a great role in your schooling, in our schooling. You can't afford to lose your pencil, especially during quizzes. It was with you for so many years, and it will be with you in the years to come. It symbolizes a good writer. It symbolizes wisdom. It symbolizes simply the school. But today, this pencil is a metaphor for you. This pencil is you. This pencil can be anyone among us here. And so, this message is not only addressed to the graduates, but to everyone, young and old, learned or not. So listen very carefully. I'd like to talk about the parable of the pencil. Okay? The story goes this way. There is a pencil maker who took each pencil aside, gumawa siya ng 5 lapis. And just before putting it into a box, sabi ng pencil maker, there are 5 things you need to know before I send you into the world. Always remember them and never forget, and you will be the best pencil you can be. Yan ang sabi ng pencil maker. The first lesson is, you will be able to do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held in someone's hand. That's the first lesson. The pencil, this pencil will be useless without someone using it, right? It can only serve its purpose when it is used by someone. Now, replacing this pencil with you. My dear graduates, you can do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held in God's hand. You can do many great things only if you allow other human beings, such as our teachers, as our parents, to access the many gifts and talents you possess. My dear parents of the graduates, your children possess many gifts and talents. When I was in elementary like you, I am a very timid girl, a very shy girl. I did not graduate top of the class, although I was a consistent honor student. But you see, when my teachers discovered my potential, my parents supported me, and I allowed myself to be accessed by them. By God's grace, I am what I am. Graduates, the lesson here is that maniwala ka na kapaki-pakinabang ka. Na may gamit ka, na may purpose ka, na may dahilan kung bakit ka nilikha ng Diyos. With your talents, your physical appearance, your voice, and everything that makes you, you can do great things. But that will only be possible when everyone extends help. Parents, teachers, stakeholders, it takes a community to educate a child. Bakit natin naikawid ang edukasyon despite the challenges of COVID? It's because of our concerted effort. Hindi lang dahil kay teacher, hindi lang dahil porsigido ang bata, kundi dahil na rin sa pagmamahal at suporta ng mga magulang. Sa tiyaga at serbisyo ng barangay, sa suporta ng LGU ng Solana, at iba pang mga tao. You see, that is fostering resilience in the face of adversity. The second lesson is this. Sabi ng pencil maker, you will experience a painful sharpening from time to time, but you'll need it to become a better pencil. Noong time namin, rich kid ka kapag may sharpener ka. Pagandahan ng sharpener yan. Kasi noon kami mga dukha, kutsilyo lang pinag-sharpen namin sa lapis namin. Pero ngayon, yung mga bata ayaw nila yun. Gusto pa nga nila iba't ibang kulay ng sharpener. But nonetheless, a sharpener is important regardless of its kind. You cannot enjoy using your pencil if it's not sharpened, right? Now, let's replace the pencil with you as an individual. This is where resilience comes in. Resilience means the ability to stand up after a breakdown. Yung kakayahan mong maging flexible, maging adaptive sa kapaligiran mo, or in simple term, your ability to survive after trials. In life, you will experience painful sharpening from time to time by going through various problems. A perfect example of sharpening we all have experienced is the challenge posed by the pandemic. Hindi lamang paaralan, ang hirap, pati ang mga magulang at lalo-lalo ng mga kabataan natin. But here we are, enjoying this momentous event. This is one of the many products of sharpenings we have experienced in the past years. This is a manifestation of resilience. Yun po yung sinasabi ng tema natin. When I was a student like you, I have read a lot of sharpenings. Learning, sabi ko nga lagi, learning is sometimes a painful process. Not only on your part as a student, but to everyone around you, especially your parents. At habang tumatanda ka, nagkakaedad ka, dumadami ang nakikilala mong tao, lumalawak ang pananaw mo, mas lumalaki rin ang mga pagsubok mo. When I was in college, I have been exposed to many speaking activities like this. I remember one time when I was competing during a debate cup in one of our campus intramurals in CSU. Napahiya talaga ako dun. I was then the team captain of the College of Teacher Education. I was really embarrassed by the Board of Educators. Paano ko na-overcome ang stage fright? It's because of my critics. I have experienced being bashed. I have been exposed to impromptu speaking. I've experienced panel interview in CSU during the time when I was applying for the editorial board of the CSU Communicator, yung official publication ng CSU. Mabenta ako noon sa MCing, nung nasa CSU pa lang ako. I was only a student, but my MC partners were my professors. I also experienced heartbreak while I was about to defend my thesis in my master's degree. I lost a sister in 2018. I had to provide for my family. I had to be the best of myself for other people. I had to serve even if I don't want to. Sometimes, parang lapis, napuputol, nakakapagod, napuputpol. But you know what? I thank all those sharpenings. I do not regret any of them. Why? Because I am what I am. I am not what I am now without those trials, without those hardships. They made me, me. Madalas, ayaw natin sa pagsubok. Tama. Sino ba ang may gusto sa pagsubok? Ayaw natin sinusubok tayo ng panahon. Takot tayo sa problema, pero sa totoo lang, those trials and challenges are all blessings in disguise. Hindi tayo natutunan ng nagka-pandemic dahil marami sa mga mahal natin sa buhay ay nawala because of the pandemic. But it's unfair if we only look at the negative effects of the pandemic. Resilient people see silver linings. Why can't we be thankful of the pandemic? Because we had more time to spend with our loved ones. Why can't we thank the pandemic for allowing us to realize what matters most in life? That what really matters is not our treasures in this temporary world, but the love we have for other people, for our job, for our family, and friends, and for God. Like the pencil, you'll need its sharpening to make you a stronger person. Third lesson, sabi ng pencil maker, you will be able to correct the mistakes you will make. Sabi nga nila, erasers were made to correct our mistakes. But be careful. Dahil tulad ng lapis, nauubos ang pambura nito. Although pwede kang bumili ulit. This only means that while it's true that we cannot correct our mistakes, it's not unlimited. Our time is limited. It is therefore important that we use our time wisely. The chances that we get wisely, because there are mistakes that cannot be corrected. There are mistakes that remain to be mistakes. But you can end up accepting the things you cannot change. Why do I say so? Hindi nyo ba nahalata na yung introduction ni Ma'am Rina, I was a consistent Dean's Lister when I was in college, but I did not get Latin honor cum laude. It's because of my mistake. I had a PE subject. Hindi ako nag-cum laude because of my PE subject. During our time, para mag-cum laude ka, dapat ang average mo from first year to fourth year would be 90 and above. But with no grade lower than 83. In my PE subject, I got 82. And you know what PE subject is that? Nung time kasi namin, pwede namin palitan. Instead of gumawa ng volleyball, basketball, kasi hindi naman ako sporty, I got music, guitar, and harmonics. Grade 5 pa lang ako, nagigitara na ako. Sabi ko, pumasok ako sa PE class ko, sabi ko, mas magaling pa ako tumutok kaysa sa teacher. Ba't ako papasok? Mas magaling pa ako mag-gitara sa kanya. Bakit ako papasok? Hindi ako pumapasok sa PE class ko. Pumapasok na ako pag-recital, pag-finals. That's why I got 82. Here comes the liberation. Fourth year na ako. First year ako nun. Fourth year na ako, deliberation na. Mag-a-apply na for Latin honors. Ang taas ng average ko. Para nakita nila 82 na grade ko, disqualified. There are mistakes that cannot be corrected. There are mistakes that remain to be mistakes. Did I get discouraged? Yes, definitely. 2 weeks ako nang medyo na-depressed. Recognition night sa akin, ako pa MC. Ang sama-sama ng loob ko. But eventually, I moved forward in life. Your failures are meant for you to enjoy the fruits of your hard work. They are meant to make you realize that you cannot taste the sweetest of life's sweets if you have never tasted the bitterest of life's bitters. That's what resilience is. Be wise and grow through these mistakes, but don't waste chances. Fourth lesson. Sabi ng pencil maker, the most important part of you will always be what's on the inside. Fame, prestige, power, honor, wealth, status, all of these make sense. They are important, but they don't define life. Kung titignan mo ang lapis, it looks plain, looks boring, so simple on the outside, but useful on the inside. That's just like every one of us here. At the end of the day, what comes out of our mouth is what our heart speaks. The way we treat people, the way we speak to them, yun ang importante. Minsan kasi habang umaangat tayo sa buhay, yumayabang tayo, makakalimutan natin makipagkapwa-tao. Minsan dahil sa sobrang galing natin, sa sobrang talino natin, makakalimutan natin maging mabuting tao. Sa dulo, hindi yung kung ano tayo sa labas, kundi kung ano tayo sa loob. And remember, there are only 3 personas who know the details about you. Not your parents, not even your husband or wife, not your friends or family. Sino? It's you. It's God and the devil. And finally, the last lesson. On every surface on which you are used, sabi ng pencil maker, you must leave your mark. No matter what the condition, you must continue to write. Gaya ng lapis, na nagagamit sa pagsusulat, saan ka man maparoon, few years from now, dear graduates, you will be in different schools, different places, different environment. Wherever you go, I just wish that you make your mark count. When I was a student, I used to write doodles. Alam niyo ba yun yung doodles? Yung kung ano ang sinusulat mo lang. Yung tipong nagsusulat ka pero wala namang kwenta. Yung basta sulat ka lang ng sulat. Sayang yung lapis. Sayang yung effort. Meaning, sana sa lahat ng hakbangin niyo sa buhay ay maging kapaki-pakinabang at makabuluhan. So those are the 5 lessons from the pencil maker. The pencil understood and promised to remember and went into the box with a genuine sense of purpose in its heart. Darating ang mga pagsubok, but stand still. Pursue your dreams. Be resilient in adversities, just like how bravely we have fought against the pandemic. Remember this day. When time comes that you will feel like giving up, remember how good God is in the past. I'd like to finish my speech by this story. Last na to. There was once a teacher, kasi teacher ako so example teacher, who was complaining. Nagko-complain yung teacher, sabi niya, she wanted to resign from work. Sabi niya sa principal niya, "Ma'am, I can't do this anymore. Sobrang hirap na, ang toxic ng trabaho, mga marites pa mga katrabaho ko. Lagi na lang nila ako pinag-uusapan, hindi ko na kaya yung panglalait nila. Ayaw ko naman, mag-resign na ako." Sabi ng teacher. So the school principal told her, "Okay, is that what you really want? But first," sabi ng principal, "gusto kong kumuha ka ng 2 baso. Lagyan mo ito ng tubig, punuin mo." Sabi niya. So si teacher, medyo, ang weird naman di ma'am. But the teacher went to get 2 glasses of water. Sabi niya, "Ma'am, ano pong gagawin ko dito sa tubig?" The principal told her, "Kapag nagawa mo itong papagawa ko sa iyo, you can resign anytime you want. Hawakan mo yung 2 baso, isa-isa. Ikutin mo ang buong school. Dapat walang mabuhos na tubig dyan sa hawak ng baso." Sabi ng principal. So the teacher went on, pumunta siya. Talagang nakagawa ko siya, hawak-hawak niya yung 2 baso ng tubig. Nagawa niya yung challenge. Sobrang saya niyang pumunta sa principal niya at sinabing, "Ma'am, mission accomplished po. Wala pong nabuhos na tubig." So the principal asked her, "Now, may nakita ka bang tao na pinagtatawanan ka o nilalit ka kanina habang umiikot ka sa school, hawak-hawak ang baso?" The teacher responded, "Ma'am, wala po akong napansin kasi nakafocus po talaga ako sa hawak kong baso." "That's it," sabi ng principal. "Don't resign." Why? The reason why you didn't notice anyone bashing you is because you are focused on your task. When you fix your eyes on the things that really matter to you, you don't get to waste your time fighting battles against other people that are not worth fighting for. Dear graduates, focus. Pursue your dreams, no matter what lies ahead of you. You have so many more roads to take before you get there. You will be tired for sure. There will be temptations along the way. You can rest, but don't quit and don't fail to try. I am Miss Melanie Maramag. My friends call me Melay. I am not a goal-driven person. I am just simply a grace-driven person. Bakit po? It's because when our physical strength fails us, when our intellectual capacity fails us, when our emotional tendencies damage us, when everything falls apart, it will only be the grace of God that can lift you up. Ano yung grace, ma'am? Grace is getting what you don't deserve. Experience na ba yung makareceive ng blessing na hindi mo inakalang marireceive mo? That's grace. Where does grace come from? Of course, from the one and only Creator of this beautiful world. Before I finish this speech, I'd like to explain my motto in life yung sinabi kanina ni Ma'am Rina. Time and chance can happen to all. Why? Because the race is not to the swift. Ang karera ay hindi lang para sa mga mabibilis na tumakbo. Or the battle to the strong, hindi lang para sa mga malalakas na tao. Nor does food come to the wise. Hindi lang para sa mga matatalino ang pagkain. Or wealth to the brilliant. Ang kayamanan hindi lang para dun sa mga magagaling talaga. Or favor to the learned. But time and chance can happen to all. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.